everybody, it's Righthandmani, and I'm going to show you how to make these kinds of nails. See, nice and thin, little teeny tiny nails. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to do it using an inverted mold system, which is this. They're sometimes called dual forms. Ina's abuela had them for a while, I think, and so she went out of business, and so stay on this one. So Scarlett is holding the camera, and she's going to stay focused on this finger here. So what you need to do, the very first thing, is you need to size your finger for this tip. Now I just happen to know, what are you doing? Scarlett. Okay, so see, this is the nail bed right here, right there. Okay, now I'm going to do this. These were made originally for acrylics, but I'm going to use polygel because it's a one-step method. And I'm going to do that. So first thing I do is I cleanse the nail. I've already prepped the nail, but now I'm going to cleanse it one more time, get off any oils from me touching everything, because I'm a touchy person. Then I use the same product they require, which is a pH bond. It's right here. Keep your nail pointed down. Just put that on. Let it dry. Next is the Pro Bond. Stick that on. Now, a tiny bit of acrylic left over from before that I just left there, but that's okay because actually gelish doesn't mind acrylic. It kind of sticks to it really nice. Now, originally when they came out with this stuff, they gave you a knife, a spatula, but I found that for these, it actually works better if you squeeze it onto the tip of your tool. I got this one from Accents, so it's got a nice curve to it. Can you see that curve? It's got that nice curve, and the reason is that I'm going to put the gel on it. I'm going to squish it in, and it's going to fill it in like a trough. So the length that I want to go for is from about the A. I want to go out to about the A, I think. That's where I'm going to go with this one. So what I do is squeeze the gelish up out of the tube, and you really only have to open this tube enough to get the gel out, and then you put it away. So it lasts forever. This is my second tube, and I think I've probably gotten about 40 sets out of the combined so far. So you get a pretty good bang for your buck with this product. Okay, so here we go. So I said I was about the A, so I'm gonna squish it down at the A, right about there, and I'm gonna draw it back. So it makes a nice even amount of gelish all over nail bed here, and you just kind of squish it in there. Oh, I got a lot of product. Okay, now the trick is, and this is the thing that I did originally, was I put way too much product in originally. See, I had too much. You see that? I don't need all that. If you make this nail too big, it's all going to squish out on the underside, and you're going to wind up with a big blobby jelly bit, and you have to go and file it out, which I've done, and that's fine. It's fine, but. So what you do is you start just a hair's width back from the cuticle. So can you see that, Scarlett? Are you right in on there? See how I'm not all the way up here, I'm just a hair back, like you normally would when you're laying down acrylic. Start there, and then you push it down onto the nail bed. So do you see? Can you see? It's just a hair's width. Now when I flip it over, do you see I've got all this product that's pulled out here? You can use your slip solution or whatever you have handy. At this point I'm using monomer because it's right here. And this is an acrylic. This is acrylic. So then you draw it out so there's no bumps underneath your nail bed. Do you see that? You don't want a lot of liquid under here at all. You just want to use it just to move the gel around. Okay, and I'm going to straighten it out a little. So So there you go. And then you check the top again. Now it's got a little bit of ooze. Do you see that ooze bit there? Now what happens with that is it's going to cook onto my nail like that if I don't clean it off. So I'm going to take this bit here and I'm going to clean it off just like this. Okay? Just really carefully. You don't want to cause an air bubble. You don't want to lift it too much. So you just kind of hold it gently. Now go in, you hold it gently for the first couple seconds. Okay, so it's done. You can see I've got a nail under there. You see that? Get in there. Focus. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's a nail. Now the trick is you got to get this up without lifting the nail. I use my cuticle pusher to do it. Hold on, I have old product left on here. Okay, so what you do is you get under there just a little bit just to start it. And see how can you see how it's starting to lift up just a little bit? You just want to get it up off the sides just a tiny bit right here. You get it up there and you'll feel it. It just releases just like that. It's done. Okay. Now, it's pretty good. Like, I feel like this nail is sufficient, although I have noticed that the side walls, I don't know if you can see, but they're quite thin. So what I'll do after is I'll go back in and I'll add another layer on the sides. I'm going to go ahead and fill this, but what I'm going to do first is I'm going to just go ahead and shape it. Like, that's what I've done with all these. I've just kind of shaped them, and then I'm going to go and add another layer of polygel later on. But so I'm going to go ahead and just use my file and get off any extras. Sometimes little bits ooze off a little bit, but you can just file them like that. Just take them off. Take it down. The trick though, and here's the thing. Do you see under here? I don't know if you can see this. Do you see this bit under the nail? It's like when you don't get your forms on all the way and it comes up and it comes out and you got a little bit of ooze. And you, like if your acrylic is too wet and you get too much. It's just like that. But here's this stuff is like really easy to file. So I'm using what am I using? I'm using the 240 side of this file. And it's just coming straight down. Like you can do that if you want to, or if you're really in a hurry, you can just go ahead and use your e-file and just take the length down, which is what I'm probably going to do right now. So I'm going to go ahead and take this length down. But you see how fast it files? It's like, and I have my file on really low setting because I just work slow because I encapsulate with polygel. But if you just want to make a basic nail, it's pretty good. I mean, it's got a nice arch. It's like the C-curve's nice. It's pretty. It's pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and then I'll see you next time. Bye.